It's wonderful to be here this morning. I thank you all for joining me. It's a beautiful day here in coastal Virginia. There's a lot going on today. I'm happy to be alive and be part of the experiences that are showing up in my life. I'm happy that you're alive, and I pray that you experience what's happening around you 100%. So let's begin as we do with our breathing exercise. And so we breathe in through our nose, hold, out through the mouth, in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth, and continue. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Open your eyes if you got them closed. Shake your fingers a little bit. Get yourself back in your body. Good morning, Shireen. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Anyone else that's out there, please send me a little message. Give me a thumbs up. Anything will do. It's really nice to know that folks are watching, or that are actually not watching but participating, because this is a participatory experience. And so I want to start today, as I often do, by simply acknowledging I am the presence of God wherever I am. And you are the presence of God wherever you are. And I acknowledge you. And I appreciate you. And I experience you as part of myself. We are all one. And that oneness is the great, great, incredible joy. Good morning, Jim. It's good to see you. So today I want to talk about acknowledging the illusion. Now, this could take all kinds of different paths, but the one I'm going to choose to go down today is the illusion that's been given to us by the Western conventional religions, particularly Roman Christianity. The story is, the one that I was taught, is that there is God, there is Jesus, there is a Holy Spirit, and that they reside in a place known as heaven, and that they come down to our level and bestow upon us gifts and graces randomly, some getting some not getting some. And should we choose to live our lives as described in a holy book known as the Bible, according to the translation available from the scholars of today, that we may possibly, when we cease to exist on this planet, go to this place known as heaven, where we will bask in the glory of our God and live forevermore. I would offer to you that that's a wonderful story. I would offer to you that that works really well if my intention is to maintain control over the mass of people. I will offer to you that if I observe the natural world, if I observe how God's creation, this earth that I am able to observe, actually functions, then I can observe that that story has a lot of holes in it. Because we experience in our observation that life is continuous. Life continues. It doesn't happen and then die and then go away. It happens, the quality of it shifts, and then it remanifests over and over and over. Even after catastrophe, even after explosions or hurricanes or tsunamis or volcanic activity, life continues to manifest. And so I offer to you that as a aspect of the creation that I am eternal. I am forever. I am beyond beginning and beyond end. I would offer to you for consideration that that which is God is all that is, not just all that I can see, taste, smell, touch, or feel. It's all that is beyond my conception of what may or may not be. The illusion that I am manifest into this three-dimensional plane, and the 3D, the three in it is time. The two-dimensional plane is height and width. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I am manifest here. And that which I'm taught as the way things are, matter of fact, no argument, is I am brought here damaged by something, some other human beings, as far as the story goes, the first human beings, something they did some 5,000 years ago that put them, the first humans, out of favor with God, and therefore I am damaged and I must ask forgiveness for what those people did, those two people did about 5,000 years ago in the Garden of Eden. It's become pretty much a known fact that humankind have existed longer than 5,000 years. In fact, there is historical knowledge, datable knowledge, that says human beings have existed much, much, much longer than 5,000 years. Yet, the mains cancel that. There's a huge, huge group of people who believe that that's true, and whether or not they believe it, the world they live in is governed by those parameters. And the rules of function on how to be an acceptable human being on this three-dimensional drive is outlined as a result of those thought processes. If we look at science, there's a whole aspect of science that we are taught that is the acceptable teaching of science, which is in itself a bit of a sticky wicket, if you will. There is other science that is yet unexplained that says humankind has been here 250,000 years. It is in fact traceable that the Aboriginal Australians have been here for a minimum of 30,000 years. And my point behind all this is that many of us have embraced the idea that that which is the governing aspect of this whole consciousness is something that is called God, and that something rules over us as something similar to a benevolent king who has emotions, who can be angered, who can be pleasured. And I offer to you that the whole of that is an illusion. It's an illusion. And once one acknowledges simply that, that illusion has possibility and begins to ponder the reality of possibility of illusion, then the house of cards in which we are shaped to experience begins to collapse. And the illusions of, well, life is hard, suffering is part of life. Oh, you're growing up, you're feeling pain. This is all illusion. It's unnecessary. But we're taught that generation after generation after generation. So loving great grandparents and loving grandparents and loving parents teach their children this out of love so that the child will not be caught off guard when something undesirable happens. What would happen if we were to teach each other that there is nothing undesirable, that it is all God, and that the necessity to experience this or that is actually generated in the creative capacity that lives in each human being. That in fact we create our own reality out of the expectation that we hold. We hold that life is going to be hard, and guess what? Life is hard. What would happen if we never had that? The embrace of the fact that there is something known as all that is, and I'm part of it, and all that is all that is, all that I can see, taste, touch, smell, and feel, and all that I can't, that includes the Milky Way galaxy, that includes timelines that I have no idea of, that includes dimensions that are beyond my conception. Once I can even try to even just give it a little effort to consider the possibilities of the expansion of availability, the illusion begins to crumble. One of the really incredible aspects of the illusion is the illusion is formed in such a way so as to train general human beings to not think for themselves. The system trains human beings to follow a specific set of guidelines without ever considering how they became so and what it is they are used for. And so many of us never think for ourselves. Many of us never use this aspect of all that is, which is our minds and our hearts, our emotions, to benefit myself. I'm trained that it's an enemy to overcome. Give consideration to I am all that is. Speaking in your first person. So if I could flip around and be over there where you are, I would say, I am all that is. And you'd be over here and you'd be saying, you are all there is. Because all there is all there is. There is all of which I am part, of which you are part. But me telling you anything has very little or no value. What has value is when I speak, I am. That's the most powerful statement in this universe. I am. I am grateful that I am given the opportunity to share these knowingnesses, to share these knowingnesses with you. I am grateful that you listen and hear them. I am grateful that just an idea or thought may take you down a path that would give you an opportunity to realize yourself as all that is. I salute you as the presence of God wherever you are, and all is well. Namaste, namaste, namaste.